Racism was so normalized in my white adoptive family that I would call my Latino boyfriend in high school a spick. And I didn't even bat an eye because that wasn't the worst thing that I heard about Latinos. And I'm Latino, I'm Colombian. My parents adopted me from Colombia when I was a baby. But the thing is, they adopted me and completely whitewashed me into only representing their culture. So to them, I wasn't one of those people. And just to give this more context here, my dad would say horrible things, just like Trump did about Latinos trying to come here illegally, trying to steal all our jobs, being unprofessional, uneducated, stupid. And mind you, this is coming from a man who did not graduate from high school, who could not read or write. But he thought he was so much better than people of color simply because he worked hard. Thereby saying that Latinos and other people of color didn't work hard. They're lazy, they're useless, they're stupid. And this was so prevalent that by the time that I realized my racial identity at 19 and understood that I was multiracial, that I was Latina, I hated myself. It got to the point where I did not want to be alive anymore. The story isn't unique. Many transracial adoptees, that means adoptees of color being adopted by mostly white parents, have been adopted into these majority white families with an extreme amount of prejudice and bias that they just simply don't acknowledge. And I have heard from hundreds, if not thousands, of transracial adoptees who grew up hearing slurs and stereotypes about people that look like them. So I'm not sharing this to try to convince you. I'm sharing my story to other people because there are so many prospective adoptive parents out there that don't understand the importance of racial identity and learning about anti-racism before adopting a child of another race. And sharing my story has enabled me to help thousands of families not make the mistakes that mine did and support their children so they can have better mental health and better outcomes. And I've taught classes all over the world. I've been a keynote speaker. I've done interviews on NBC, Good Day LA, Tamron Hall. I've had my writing appear in the New York Times. I've had interviews in People magazine, sharing my story to help other adoptees.